All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a really cool custom. All right, this came to me from an Instagram friend, YouTube viewer, whatever, Adam. He bought this from ebosshaus.com. Here's their contact information. They always have some really, really cool stuff. Not an endorsement for them. I mean, not a commercial for them. They had nothing to do with it other than they shipped it to me. So I just figured I would throw that out there if you're not familiar with John over at eBoss Haus. All right, there you go. So this is a Walter Randolph, a WR Bladeworks Typhon Flipper. Yeah, spoiler alert. I love this model knife. This particular constructed one with the particular materials picked, not so much my favorite, but that's okay. Comes in a very cool, well, this one came in this pouch. I think this is, let me double check something here real quick because I don't remember. Yes, so these, I think this was made by Tom Mayo, the case, because it glows in the dark. And he's the only one I know. And I thought that Tom Mayo's daughter made these cases for the Tom Mayo knives. So, okay, whatever. Just a little side note there. But just kind of a cool little case. I like those cases. So, let's dive into this bad boy. Let's just get it out of there. Get it out of the way. There you go. The blade shape. The handle's profile, the weight, the feeling in the hand, just everything about it, the feeling in the pocket. Everything about this knife is awesome. Except, I'm not a big fan of dragon skin. And I'm not a huge fan of the mokume. But that's just me. I do love lightning strike carbon fiber. I love zirconium. I love titanium. I love liner locks because you don't have to worry about any lock bar pressure on this side like you do with a frame lock. It makes the lock side and the show side look very similar, very clean. So I like the look of a liner lock over a frame lock. The action on this thing is fantastic. Has a really good acoustic to it. Runs on IKBS bearings. Super smooth and controllable. Not drop shut, but super cool. This is about my perfect action right there. Love it. So everything about it I love except for the actual materials, which is fine. Means nothing about the knife. It's just the materials that the original purchaser commissioned this, or it was something fancy that Walter Randolph wanted to build for a show. I don't know the origins of its originality, okay? But let's talk just about a few of the specs. 4 5/8 closed and 8 1/4 overall. Okay, with a 3.58 inch blade. Weighs in at 8.3 ounces. For me, that's not a problem because I've been carrying the King Battle now for 100 and something days. And this one weighs in at, let me just double check. I meant to do that before, but let's just take a look. 11 ounces, okay? So 8 ounces, 11 ounces. Very similar in weight and size in your pocket. The King Battle takes it. It's a little bit thicker. This one is 0.61. So it does take up a little pocket space, but it's not so broad in this direction. It carries really deep, actually, for a standard style pocket clip. It's pretty deep carry. Normally, to get a really deep carry pocket clip, you kind of need a like a loop over type of clip, not just one that's screwed in. So that's cool. I like where it rides in the pocket. So yeah, like I said, it's a contoured zirconium pocket clip. Let's just zoom in, give you some details. Well, I talk about some of the specs. So this is a, I'm gonna look at my notes here because I got to make sure I get it right. Dragon skin, Blade made by Bertie Revelt. It is tricolor mokume, bolsters and backspacer, made by Mike Sakmar. Lightning Strike carbon fiber. Now, one thing with Lightning Strike carbon fiber, as it wears and just whatnot, sometimes the copper strands will start to protrude, and there is some like right around here. So you feel a little bit of a roughage right in there that I probably can't show on camera, but so that is just an inherent thing with Lightning Strike carbon fiber. Okay. Here is that mokume backspacer. I would have almost preferred it be a dragon skin backspacer. I really like when the backspacer matches the blade steel. That's just a personal preference. No big deal. Black and titanium liners, zirconium pivot collars, and that beautiful pocket clip. Zirconium is one of my favorite materials. It is a little hefty, so it does weigh a little more than titanium or some other steels, but that's okay. So the dragon skin is basically a bunch of ball bearings, and they're smashed into Damascus. They use different materials to get the different colors, and then it's heated and whatnot. And I'm not a big expert on the dragon skin, but that's what little I know, because it's not really my favorite. I don't know. I just don't care for it. It's no, whatever. That's just me. Now, a samurai blade, I love. So if this Typhon flipper was made with a samurai blade and maybe samurai bolsters, this would be fantastic. I would carry the hell out of this knife because, one, it's a little bit smaller than the King Battle, right? It does weigh a little bit less, so it would be a little bit more comfortable carrying. The blade shape is more utilitarian and usable than the King Battle for certain things. And this is really not going to be a comparison between the two. I love them both. But this is a knife you could actually use, cut your steak at a restaurant, things like that. Where this is not the most practical steak knife. Okay? So for your daily uses, the recurve Tonto blade of the King Battle is not the best. Okay. I don't even know that I need to do any size comparisons with things. Let's just give you it with the Sharpie just so you get a little bit of size understanding. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic knife. Adam, you're going to absolutely love this knife when I get it to you. I've done a couple of other Walter Randolph videos. I've met him, had dinner after a California Custom Knife Show one year, several years ago now. Was a great time. Him and his wife were fantastic to hang out with. Very talented and probably very underrated custom knife maker here in the United States because while he is well known, I don't think he's a everyday common use maker's name that pops up in normal conversation. But yeah, this thing is totally freaking cool. And there you go. Let me know your thoughts. I think I have a Walter Randolph playlist. If so, I'll put it in the corner because I have done several other videos. And yeah, enjoy. Have a great day, guys. Thank you very much. If you made it this far, comment dragon skin down below. I'd love to find out if you made it to the end.